now, the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, and hello to y'all out there, or as I like to say, shalom, y'all. Welcome to another live edition of Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, coming to you from the WWDBTV studios right here in the heart and wet Las Vegas. That's right, it is currently raining. Yesterday it was 75. Today it's raining at about 50. No wonder why people and doctors are making money this time of year. Thank you for joining me, whether you're watching on Facebook, on my channel, or WWDBT. Huh?
What's up?
What's up?
Not Vegas.
There you go. Oh, yeah, thank you. By the way, thank you. I'm like, what is it?
Online magazine.
Yeah, what I said, you can catch us on all that other stuff, plus Roku. Plus, you can also learn about us on What's Up. What is it? What's Up?
What's up? Dot Vegas.
What's up?
Say
Dot,
it with me.
What's up?
Dot Vegas.
Dot Vegas. I thought you said What's Up, Doc
It's a
Vegas.
new online magazine.
I love it. Check us out there. Listen, they're doing a show. Aren't they doing a show here too, right?
Yeah.
They're doing a show. Plus, they have an online magazine. What's it called?
The name of the show?
What's up? What's up? Dot Vegas.
Jimmy Vegas.
Jimmy, what? Hoo-ha?
How to Jimmy Vegas.
There you go. Watch. What does he run? What am I doing? I'm off track already. What is his show?
We're doing a show. It's called Aaron's Hour, and we're giving a promo for one of the other shows that are here, plus an online magazine.
All right. So the online magazine is whatsup.com.
Vegas.
I knew that. I was checking to see if you were listening. Just like my website, aaronshour.vegas. You can. I got swag up there too, by the way. And I think there might even be something Worldwide Digital Broadcasting if my buddy Matt has updated it. What's up.vegas. Check it out. And the new show called what?
How to Jimmy Vegas.
Right. That's what I said. Check it out. It's all cool. You know what? I've been on this network now a year and a half. And the growth of this network.
Yeah, God help us.
I know. We're still open. That's the best part. WWDBTV, John and I.
My license yet.
Well, internet rate, you don't need one. If you lost your license, you can't drive a car. Anyway, see what I'm talking about here? My guest, Timothy Connolly, is sitting next to me. And I warned him about this before he went on the air, that John just loves to throw shit at me to get me off track. Anyway, where was I? Oh, welcome to Aaron's Hour, right? Is that where we were at the top of the show? Anyway, listen, wherever you are, wherever you're doing things, hey, thank you for making me part of your day. By the way, happy early Easter. Tomorrow is Sunday for those of you celebrating Easter. I do not celebrate Easter. My holiday, Passover, is coming up. So for me, Easter just means matzah is not far.
You got to eat crackers, right?
Oh, my God. I'll tell you what, if you ever want to start a diet, Passover is the time to do it because that matzah.
I love matzah.
I'm so like, I can only eat matzah during Passover. I'm so conditioned. My dad, God bless his.
Those and the coconut marshmallows.
I don't like those. They listen.
What kind of Jew are you, man?
Obviously not very good as they used to be. I've declined, apparently.
I'm a better Jew than you are, and I'm not even Jewish. Wait, no, I'm Jew-ish.
Maybe-ish. But you know what I hate about Passover? And I'm way off target, right? What I hate about Passover, and Timothy's from the East Coast, from Long Island. You're not Jewish, right? You're not Jewish, right?
I am not Jewish.
Okay, but on Long Island, there's plenty of Jews out there.
I'm familiar with that.
So I love that he says that. So for me, the prices of Passover foods during Passover, especially at the start of Passover, are ridiculously high. Ridiculously high. I think my own people take advantage of us because of the prices.
But they will. It's only once a year.
But it's 8 days.
Business.
But it's 8 days. Like Hanukkah, it's 8 days. That's fine. But let me tell you, if you eat matzah a whole lot, you won't be visiting the bathroom a whole lot during those 8 days either. But anyway, how did I get there? I have no idea. I don't know what I do here. Anyway, so what I said, just watch us, catch us, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Next week, I will be here after. I'm over here now. He's going to do it to me. I will be back east in Orlando the latter part of the week, hosting a golf tournament. Due home Friday night about midnight, our local time. I have no idea what condition I'll be in Saturday, but bear with me. I'll figure something out next week. Anyway, a couple of one serious note. Those affected by the bridge collapse in Baltimore this past week. Thoughts and prayers to all of you out there from the Aaron's Hour show. It was such a horrifying video to see how easily that bridge went down. Bridge was only, 47 years old, I think, but a huge connector from one end of that Bay Area to the other, that it's now causing people to drive 2 hours out of their way to go around the land to get to the other side. John?
But that ship was 1,000 feet long, and the amount of cargo that it was carrying, if it was on a railroad train,
yes, I remember,
would be 13.1 miles long.
That's a
So
lot.
that's a lot of cargo, man.
That's a lot of-
I mean,
that's a lot of
and
crap.
say what you want about, hitting the bridge, but you
Yeah.
got a little momentum going there and
Yeah.
kabam.
But it's going to could take up to 5 years to rebuild that bridge to connect the both sides of the bay. But 4 lives were officially lost. There were 4 construction workers, maintenance workers who were working on the bridge that were unable to be recovered. They were probably, trapped in all the debris and the cement in their vehicle, whatever. So anyway, hearts, thoughts, prayers go out to the families here. Now, on a personal note, a good buddy of mine down in Texas, his name is Nate Miller. He and my good friend Billy Ball, they hosted a sports talk show out of Texas. I was a guest on their show. I've had them up here on different shows. But Nate is physically handicapped. He has to get around in a wheelchair. And he does a lot of baseball coverage. And with all of his coverage of the Texas Rangers, the World Series champs, last season, they awarded him a press pass to where he is just like any other press individual to go up to the press box, do their thing. Very prestigious, very happy for him. He got the notice that he was approved this year to continue. And I believe it was opening night for Texas, their home opener. A picture shows up on his news feed. So, John, if you'd put that picture up there. I circled the individual in question. That gentleman's name in the circle is Daniel Mr. Clutch Mercado. And he writes for a paper called the De Toto newspaper. Why is this important, you may ask? Ask me, John.
Why is this important?
I'm so glad you asked. So glad you asked. Because the seat this Huckleberry's sitting in is Nate's seat. That's right.
His assigned seat.
His assigned seat by the Texas Rangers in Arlington, Texas. And this Huckleberry was asked to move. You know what he said, John?
Are you able to say that on TV?
You can give me we're, on the internet.
Ahead. I dare you.
He basically said no. He said, I am not moving from this seat. And so eventually, this guy having no respect, for another human being, let alone for someone whose seat he sits in that was assigned for him specifically. And this guy doesn't get out and he sees, again, Nate's a great guy. He knows his stuff. I'd put his knowledge of sports up against anybody's. And I have so much respect for Nate that this asshole took his seat, would not get out. Shame on this guy. I hope to find out. I hope Billy's listening and Nate is listening. I want to find out that this guy was banned from ever setting foot into the press box for doing that. So I promised him I would blast him, and I hope Nate and Billy are listening. If not, I'll have to send him a copy. So to you, Mr. Mercado, you, sir, are bonehead. All right, with that, you know what time it is, John?
I give up. What time is it?
Vegas a Wrap 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
All right, Vegas Wrap 2.0. Timothy was commenting on Batgirl, and unfortunately, that's AI. It's not real. But I keep telling you, I keep forgetting to send you a picture of my wife to put onto that body. Didn't I tell you we were going to do that?
Yeah, but you never sent me the picture.
I think I just said that. All right. As always, this is a time of the show where I like to go over some news and highlights and notes in and around Vegas or wherever I feel like getting them from. Why? Because I can. It's my goddamn show. That's why I'll do that. All right. Let's talk about a guest on the Strip. Took home $120,000 after hitting a jackpot on spin poker. I don't know, spin poker. I didn't realize that. I thought it was like the video poker or regular. What's spin poker? Is that like... Is that another machine, I guess?
Well, yeah, I think it's on a reel that has all the letters, or
So you mean like a regular slot machine?
No, I think they're electronic.
Oh, okay. So
in other words, instead of like a standard video poker machine,
oh, gotcha.
It has the reels that go around. And
gotcha.
Point. I don't know.
I'll
check it out.
Would you please? Yes. If not, that sounded very impressive, by the way. Officials with Caesars Entertainment said a rewards member was playing spin poker Friday night at about 8:42 p.m. According to the photo, it seems that the player was betting $450 a hand.
What?
$450 a hand, and won the jackpot with a royal flush, taking home $120,750. So to me, All right, $450 for a hand, but still begs the question, how much money these people put in before they actually win, right?
That's
I mean,
insane.
yeah. So I read these jackpots and somebody bet
What
five.
the hell kind of idiot plays $450 a hand on a slot machine?
Well, obviously someone's got
in
money
Las
to,
Vegas.
somebody's got money to burn. But I love the stories where, a person put $1.50 in the slot machine, they walk away with $1 million. Sounds great, but how much money did they spend before that last buck and a half to win?
I'll bet they didn't spend $1 million.
No, well, I don't know. Hey, how about this luck? Luck. They say things come in threes, right?
Right.
Good news, bad news, whatever. So same player wins a jackpot 3 times in one night at Caesar's Palace. There's something going on with Caesar's Palace there. So
I'm beginning to wonder if any of these stories are actually true.
well, if not, making a fool
they
of all
just
of us.
have a hell of a marketing.
I get. Well, you know what though? In all seriousness, John, I've noticed since the pandemic was lifted and Vegas opened back up, there's been more reports of casino winnings than I can ever remember prior, including the airport.
Yeah.
How many people have I reported that have actually won at the airport? The one location that traditionally has always had the worst odds because they have a trapped audience.
Yeah.
So I think it is marketing and good for them. So around 9:30 p.m. on Tuesday, player won $125,000 jackpot. That was number one. And that was on the Dragon Link slots, as reported by the Review Journal and KVVU recording the slot machine. They won another jackpot of $383,500 just before 11 p.m. and again claimed a jackpot around 12:30 a.m. Wednesday morning, this time for another $160,000. Caesars put all this out. In total, the player took home $667,750 in slot machine jackpots.
So see, that just goes to show you, if you're in one of the casinos playing the machines, don't give up.
Or give up before you lose your house or your food money. All right. Last winning I'm going to announce. This one was not in Vegas. This one was in California. A slot player at Jamul, Jamul. I'm guessing at the name, but it's also named.
It's going to be an Indian casino.
Yeah. Guessing it's also named in the city. Came out over $500,000 richer on Wednesday. This is the kind of story that I was just referring to. The guest, who wanted to remain anonymous, of course, put down $3.75. What can you buy for $3? You can't even buy a gallon of gas for $3.75.
Can't even get coffee anymore.
No. And this person got in return $526,611.40 while playing Buffalo Grand by Aristocrat Gaming. The winner hit a wide area progressive to trigger the huge payout, according to casino officials. $3.70. That's the kind of story that I want to know how much they put in over their lifetime before that last $3.75 that they come out with a cool $750,000. Last but not least, and then we'll go to break so I can finally entertain you all with my guest. John,
I mean, he came all the way down here. You ought to at least include him in there.
In the rain, too, by the way. John, there's a big car race that comes to town.
Shit?
Yeah, last year was the F1, and it's due back the next 9 years. They have a 10-year contract.
Oh, God.
The bridge that they built over Flamingo by Koval there, where all those they tore that down. They built it, had it for the race, then they tore it down.
And they're going to have to build it again.
Right, that's my point.
But think about it. Jobs. Right?
Okay, I guess.
You get your demo crew taking it down.
True, but
next year you're going to have another crew to build it, right?
Right.
Then you can have the demo. So you're going to have jobs for the next 10 years.
Except there was a class action lawsuit filed by the businesses around there, including Buca de Beppo, how affected they were by that bridge. Cost effective, but you hit the point. Put it up, take it down. Put it up, take it. Why? Just leave it there and figure out a better way to get the cars down on the roads for the businesses.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. When the F1 was announced, all the prices everybody thought were crazy, as did I. Okay. Well, F1 drops prices for 2024 Las Vegas Grand Prix. Many are split on if the price is still worth it. Okay. So last year's cheapest 3-day grandstand ticket went for $2,000. But this year, hold on to your hats, you can get them for as low as $1,500. There's also new general admission experience for as low as $600 that get more fans, more race fans flocking to the streets. So I ask you, Is that really worth $500 less? I can only imagine what show me the room rates that are at $49.99 for the rates. Then I'll believe that we're saving people money to get it. All right, with that, my ramblings are over. Vegas Unwrapped 2.0 is concluded. Thank you for tuning in to Aaron's Hour. When we come back, my guest, Timothy Connolly, geez Louise, is it ukulele or ukulele?
Properly, it's ukulele.
That's what I thought.
Informally, ukulele.
Okay, I'm going to try to be formal because that's the kind of guy I am. He's a ukulele player and entertainer for many years, originally from the East Coast. We got so much to talk about. So you don't want to miss him. Stay right there because I'm going to play a couple of commercials so I can get my show paid. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Brian Hoffman coming to you from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, inviting you to join Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips every Saturday afternoon from 12 to 1. That's Pacific time, good old Las Vegas time. Visit him on WWDBTV.com and join in all the fun also on Facebook as well with Aaron Phillips, and have a blast. We look forward to seeing you every Saturday from.
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
Hey, welcome back to Aaron's Hour, the show that has my name in it because if it didn't and I'm not me, then the title would be really stupid. Thank you for joining us. 70, I don't think I gave out the number yet. 702-992-3207. 702-992-3207. I've got my phone in front of me. I can see your chats there. If you're watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, put your comments in there. John can see them and display them as well. All right.
If I feel like it.
Well, you have 42 minutes to keep feeling like it.
Yeah. As long as the check clears.
There you go. Who writes a check anymore? Anyway, joining me on set, this gentleman was born. I love the way he writes this. I laughed when I wrote this. He was born in Long Island during the Nixon administration. I love that. Right?
That's me.
Okay, did that for you. Let's see.
That was pretty good.
American Italian, Sicilian, Italian and Irish. That's an interesting combination.
That's right. Smiling killer.
That's
Don't back into the knife.
That's professional singer, band leader, music producer, impresario in New York City and Long Island for over 25 years and came to Vegas in 2018. There you see him on screen. He is strumming his ukuleles, baritone and tenor especially, which has become his greener pastures. Using his Fender gear, he loves to strum hundreds of songs spanning, get this, John, from the 1920s to the 1980s, and mixing some great rock in there, which I know is in that span as well. Like Eric Clapton's today's birthday, right? We were talking about that.
Happy birthday, Eric Clapton, 78 years old.
Holy cow, 78. John, he's older than you.
I know.
That takes
How
a
is
lot.
that possible?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I know how it was possible.
So I love this line, though. Once upon a time, I thought I was a musician until the day I realized that I'm music. We are all music. Our very existence is music. Welcome to the show, Timothy Connolly. How are you, sir?
Hi, Aaron. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Thank you for coming in today. We've been trying to do this for like about a month. I've been traveling so much, and you've been patient with all my travelings for us to finally get this done.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. So the starting question that I always like to start my guests off with is pretty easy because I'm always this goes back to my days of selling timeshare. I'm always intrigued by other people and their experiences and what they do and how they do it and learn about stuff. So tell me about when you realized for yourself that music was your course. What was the earliest memory you have of enjoying music so much or aha moment that you said to yourself, this is my career in doing music?
Well, first of all, I would love to say that music is my career, even though it isn't. For me, it's a side hustle.
Okay.
But I do enjoy music very much and have done so since, I want to say, 1974, 1975. When I was just a young kid, my parents had a great record collection.
Okay.
So I grew up on a lot of vinyl. I was raised with classic rock. Dad was into the Stones and Led Zeppelin, and Mom was into the Beatles and Beach Boys. And so I got a little bit of just about everything from those times. And then, of course, anytime you turn on classic rock radio, you're just getting a nice education right then and there.
Sure.
Back then, I mean, there was so much great music coming out that I also missed the boat on completely. Some bands like Deep Purple and Moby Grape. I mean, there's a long list of bands from that era
Sure.
that I haven't really done any kind of a deep dive into yet, but it's all still out there
Right.
to be discovered. I love music. I love discovering new music, new songs, learning how to play new songs,
Right.
learning how to take an old song that had been playing for a while and make it sound new by strumming it in a different way.
Okay.
When I say that I used to be a musician, but I'm now music, I really do mean that, because to me, music is mostly just vibrations and frequencies, probably much more so than anyone with healthy hearing. And when I started to lose my hearing at age 3, my relationship with music and sound and speech, everything just in general, changed. And I won't say that it's better or worse, really, than anyone with healthy hearing, because it's all a matter of how you perceive your own reality.
Well, it's your normal.
For me, right. For me, my natural state of being is remove the hearing aids, have peace and quiet, tranquility, and just relax. Without that, then I'm not really entirely relaxed.
Right.
But I find my ways, and we all have our moments, and I'm really excited to be here with you today.
Well,
This is the Aaron's Hour show, John. Did you know that?
I knew that.
Today?
I knew you
Today.
knew that. So, and
Thank
I'm
you
really
for
glad to
waking
be
him
here.
up, by the way.
This is an honor. Aaron is a Hall
Oh,
of Famer.
please.
And
Thank you.
Aaron has a Pete Rose autograph on the wall
Well,
right
John
down the hall
does.
over there.
That's on his
Oh, John
banner.
does. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
But it's fantastic.
But my signature's on there too, so it makes it worth it.
Oh, that does make it worth it. I didn't realize that.
Yes,
There were
we're
so
all
many
back
cool
there.
signatures back there, I'm sure.
You should
Thank you
get
for having me, though.
and your signature's now on it, because we do have a tradition here that whatever guest for any show, they come in. John has a big WWDBTV banner up there, and everybody
Called a
signs it.
step and repeat.
Yeah, but it's not stepping and repeating. It's stuck.
John gave me some really good advice about
Yeah.
signing the wall, by the way.
Yes.
He told me where not to sign it. And now I've never been told that before, but so thank you, John. So I looked around on the wall and I saw a great spot. I saw Pete Rose signature in red. Brilliant. So I signed, I got to be next to Pete. So I went ahead and did that.
Did you see any other red ones up there?
I think so.
I was
Just
gonna-
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to mention, we were talking about this person before I went on the air,
Who's the other red one?
Ginger Lynn.
Is it?
When
Yeah.
she was here and we went back there, she wanted red. And John said, look, only Pete Rose. And then finally, did she flash it? No. Anyway, so he finally relented and said, okay, yeah, God, you can sign a red. So she's the only other signature in red back there is Ginger Lynn.
Well, that's cool. Ginger is cool. Ginger's got a new movie out called
Yes.
The Gifted.
That's right. There was just a premiere last week. And also I was involved in filming of the prequel called Barbara and Vic is the prequel that I was actually offered a cameo, little party scene stuff.
Movie star, John.
Yeah, well, that and $5 still only gets me coffee at Starbucks. So, but anyway, back
$5.85.
to you.
Back to me? Okay.
But I appreciate the props. I really do. But that tradition back then. So you didn't explain why John gives that direction about where not to sign.
I would rather that remain mysterious.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a test for any of the future guests to come
I was
back.
just going to say, if you want to be a guest on the show to find out why, hit me up. You can hit me up on my Facebook page, and we'll make that happen. So that experience. Now it's funny. You mentioned you could take your hearing aids out and kind of turn off the noise. And I bet there's a lot of people out there like myself at times. I wish I could turn my hearing off and just stay within my own mind.
Well, it's not easy because even by
Sure.
blocking out noise, through my ears, I still feel noise.
Sure.
And I can feel energies or vibrations or, anything that might be a disturbance.
Right.
Of course, I'm old enough now to know how much I can handle and
Right.
when it's time for me to excuse myself from a situation, whatever it might be.
Mhm.
It's just a matter of health. But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And you say you wish you could turn off the world and have it be nice and quiet,
I-
I'm sure.
There are moments.
Oh, here, smoke this.
That's why people go on retreats or people go on little camping trips. or
Absolutely. They get out.
You always just find a nice getaway.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we forget, now you have a couple of performances coming. You have some shows set up.
Oh,
Do you
I
not have
do.
one tonight?
Tonight, there is no show because of the rain. So
Oh.
if you were planning to come and see me at Eric Clapton's concert tonight, there's a cool graphic of it right there.
Okay, that's been postponed.
That is going to be postponed and
Oh, okay.
rescheduled for a later date. We will be celebrating Eric's birthday, just not on his birthday today because of the rain.
Is that an outdoor thing?
It was supposed
I
to be a
didn't
nice
realize the
outdoor
place
thing.
was out. Okay, gotcha. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, duh.
Well, but it'll happen again, I promise.
You know what? You ought to reschedule and do it here.
We can do a show here. Sure.
WWDBTV Studios. John will be happy to charge admission for anybody who wants to
Hey,
come down.
our rates are reasonable.
So, all right. So we have that set. Now, you have other shows coming up, and we'll talk about them here as we go. Is that the kind of shows that you generally do? Do you like perform on a big stage at times, or you just stick to events like the Eric Clapton party? And I know with some of the other events you have coming up, is that your performance level that you like to do?
Well,
personalized?
my preference personally is to perform at venues that are maximum occupancy 500 or less.
Oh, okay.
I love the intimate setting.
Okay.
And being able to, interact with the folks immediately afterwards and not have it be this big to do. When I was in New York City, I did a lot of that, and I'm no stranger to the 2,000 seat amphitheater.
Sure. Okay.
But those days are long gone for me
Right.
now, and I find it just so much more satisfying personally to have it be more of an intimate thing, even if it's maximum occupancy 1,000. That's still okay, I suppose, but I prefer a smaller.
Okay. Well, listen. At every point in someone's career, you kind of still work towards that comfort zone of where you want to be at certain times.
Yeah,
Right.
For me, too much
Sure.
excitement is unhealthy,
Okay.
and I'd rather it be a bit smaller.
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
that's good
it's-
because in
and
this
it's
studio, we get 5 people. I'm just kidding.
that's perfect. No, well,
No, but
it's
no,
okay though.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I get that. All right. So the other thing I didn't tell you, because it simply slipped my mind, there are questions I like to ask that are so off the beaten path because I want people to get to know you as the person behind the music. And by the way, before I really should digress a minute, talk about the instrument you have in your lap, and then I'll throw you one of my crazy questions. Show our audience what
Of
you
course.
have there, if you don't mind. And you
Everybody-
can play as you're doing it, whatever you want.
This is a Fender tenor ukulele, and it's engraved with Jess, short for Jessica, one of my best friends in the whole wide world back in New York. And I got this engraved for her. That became the name of this ukulele. And the strings that I put on, these are Aquila Red Series strings from Italy. The strings contain nylon and catgut together in the same string. It's a new kind of string
Wow.
called Nile gut. And it also contains copper particles to make the strings a bit deeper,
Gotcha.
and they
Heavy
don't
metal.
resonate as much, and the sustain isn't really there. But if you listen, that's a C major chord, and it sounds pretty good with these strings. They're only about 2 weeks old. You
Wow.
got to really break them in.
How often do you have to change the strings? I know it's based on how often you play, I'm sure.
I change my strings once every year and a half.
Oh, okay. Okay. Catgut is what they use in tennis rackets also, isn't it? Isn't that what the strings are made of in tennis rackets?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. What are they made of?
Nylon.
That would make sense that it's nylon.
Yeah.
The same thing you would use for the strings on an acoustic guitar.
Yep.
Nylon.
Yep.
Same thing.
I'm going to lead into a segue
You're
for
thinking
you.
about violins and
No, I'm not that. I know a tennis racket from a violin.
Okay.
I play tennis.
Have you ever played air guitar with a tennis racket?
Yes. Yes.
You know you have.
And a
you've done
broom.
that. You've done that to Kiss songs, haven't you?
Oh man, listen. I wish I have time to show you on my phone, but I dressed up as Ace Frehley for 2 years back in my 9th and 10th grade years as part of the local city parades.
Okay, now I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you do it Ace Frehley from the first Kiss record where he had silver hair? Did you go that
No,
far?
I didn't go silver hair.
Oh, you didn't go silver hair.
I didn't have long hair. First of all, you got to look at this.
John, is that is that half-assed?
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm just curious.
My buddy went as Gene Simmons, and we spent hours in my grandparents' garage, glitter and cutting the costumes and our shoes.
How much taller were you from the platform shoes?
Oh my God, I was easily 6 inches taller. We
Wow.
took 3 2x6s. We took them to my old high school woodshop teacher, Mr. Adams. May he rest in peace. I still remember this. So my buddy and I, we took an old pair of sneakers. We traced it on the wood. He was kind enough with our saw to cut it out for us. Then we attached them to the wood. We glued the wood together, obviously. Attached the sneakers to the wood with these big ass screws. And we had them on. We went to our local. People thought we were really Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley. I had to work on an autograph for Ace Frehley as people. We did this for 2 years. It was so cool. Yeah, I'll show you my Ace Frehley autograph later.
That could have been a cool side hustle for you.
It could have been, but I didn't have the hair.
Yeah,
You'd yell at me for not having the silver hair.
Making those shoes, though, that's really impressive.
Yeah, it was
John, that's dedication.
Yeah.
If we went all out, that's for sure. But anyway, what was I talking about? I remember. Oh, segue. So some of my other questions. Here's one of them, and this would be a segue because then I want you to play a little something before we head out to break. So, what is your favorite music genre? As if I don't know, but I'll ask it anyway.
I don't have one. Although, I guess I'll say British classic rock.
British classic rock.
Right, like The Who and Zeppelin and all that.
Okay. There you go. All right. That's good. Here's another musical question. I want to know your favorite song so that when you're in your car or listening on it, whatever, it comes on. You don't care what anybody's looking at when you're bebopping in the car and you're like doing the Elaine Bettis or whatever, and you're rocking out and people are looking at, what song is that for you?
You'll be surprised because it's not a song that belongs in the genre of British classic rock.
Okay.
The Loadout, Stay by Jackson Browne.
Really?
That's my number one.
Wow.
Nothing beats that. It's my favorite rock and roll song in the whole wide world.
Listen, mine, as I told you, is because he does play Ace Frehley. He's got a show about Ace Frehley coming up too, which we'll talk about in a moment. But grew up being a Kiss fan, but Ace Frehley's solo album, my favorite song is Fractured Mirror. I mean, we were talking about that before. And he taught me that there was obviously two additional additions to that song.
2 sequels, yeah.
Man, oh man. So I have the
know
list of Eric Clapton songs that he has provided to me. And I asked Timothy, just play really whatever comes to mind. Wonderful Tonight, though. I mean, if you want to play a little Wonderful Tonight, Eric, can you do that one?
I can, of course, I can do that one. I can do all of those.
All right. Well, do anything you want. The floor is open, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to turn it over to Timothy Conley, who plays a little music as we then get ready to go to break.
Sounds good to me, everybody. Well, it is Eric Clapton's birthday today, so in honor of that, I'll go ahead and strum a little bit of music. Aaron pulled out Wonderful Tonight from the list, and this song is going to be a special dedication to my godmother in New York.
As Timothy continues to play, we're going to get ready to go to our break. So he will play us out to break. We'll be back with more with Timothy, more music, and more silly questions right after this.
Hi, my name is Edgar Alejandro. I'm the co-founder of Rising Again Productions. So we've been here in Vegas producing films for the past couple of years, and we've seen our fair share of studios. We've worked in our fair share of studios, and to be honest, WWDBTV has been our favorite by far. John is so welcoming. The space is wonderful. It's perfect for what we need. We've had rehearsals here. We've had callbacks here. We've had table reads here. So if you're a Vegas creative, or really just a creative coming into Vegas, definitely check out this space. Chat with John. I think you'll find that this studio has everything that you'll need as well.
All right, we're back. Aaron Zauer, my guest today, Timothy Conley, and ukulele.
You said it right.
I said it right. It's why I say ooh all the time. So the rest of it should be easy. Now, what's his name? Izzy from Hawaii.
Brother is.
Oh my gosh. 50 dates, right? 50 whatever. Why am I blaming Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore?
51st date.
Thank you. I had 50 dates. So anyway, Izzy's song came up at the end, and that's where I first heard his music. In 2009, I went out to Hawaii to cover the Pro Bowl, and we were at the Dole Plantation as one of our tours, and I found his CD.
Wow, nice.
And there's talk in there about how for a guy who only plays one or two chords, and I'm paraphrasing, how much beautiful music he makes out of that. What I'm hearing, though, if memory serves, his sound of his ukulele, I mean, it's because of the string or whatever, yours doesn't seem to have as much that Hawaiian twang in what I would normally expect in an ukulele. Is that because of the string and the difference of how you play? I mean,
It's definitely the strings.
Okay.
These strings, they're called the Red Series
Right.
strings, and they contain copper particles
Right.
in addition to the nylon and the catgut.
Mhm.
So what it does is it almost mutes the strings.
Okay.
So they're getting choked. So they won't sustain as loudly or as longly as other
Gotcha.
strings normally might. Plus, my playing style is very different.
Absolutely.
His style is a bit more rhythmic.
Right.
My style is a bit more melodic. And you'll see me taking my singing talent and applying it to the instrument.
Right.
So essentially, the instrument does all of the singing for me. When I'm playing, she's singing. It's not just that the ukulele is making sounds. It's my singing voice projected through my hands and through the strings.
Absolutely. Okay. It makes sense. I love Izzy. I love that CD with Louis
What a
Armstrong's song and all the other ones.
Yeah, what a wonderful world.
Oh my gosh, that
Over
one.
the yeah.
Over the
Sa-
rainbow.
Goes into, over the rainbow. Yeah.
Sandy Beaches is a beautiful song.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Dude, what a talent.
Yeah. He passed away, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he was a
We
young
lost him.
guy,
He was young.
but he was a big guy. Was it health related, wasn't it?
He was big. I'm pretty sure he
Yeah.
had some health complications as a result of
My goodness.
the
He could have been
obesity. But
he could have been a sumo wrestler. And there's nothing wrong with that. But he was a big dude.
I'm so glad he gifted us with all that
Oh,
great
absolutely.
music.
He left a
He'll
great
live
legacy.
forever. He was immortalized through his music.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I want to go back. You kind of touched on it a little bit. You were kind enough to mention about your hearing loss and whatnot. And what other challenges have you had to overcome all of these years with your hearing loss? What challenges have you had to face with it that really don't matter to you, really, that other people look at as challenges?
That's an interesting question. Apart from the physical challenges, I suppose, which are obvious, it's an invisible disability.
Okay.
And I've experienced situations over the years, not all that often, thankfully, but where people would end up thinking less of me or wondering, what's wrong with him, or if I excuse myself from a party that's a little bit crazy without saying goodbye to anyone, just because it's important that I remove myself from a little bit too much excitement. I have to hear about it later. Oh, he's that guy who left the party and didn't say goodbye or whatever, and without making an attempt to really understand me. But honestly, to know me is to love me. And if you have any questions about me, feel free to ask me. But the biggest challenge, I guess, is other people jumping to conclusions about me without understanding me.
And we were talking, we were talking before the show, and you commented about your speech because I have where I work during the day part time. I work for the school district. I'm a tutor in elementary school, and one of the instructional aides is the daughter of a teacher, and she is deaf, but she also has that speech impairment that you would normally associate with someone who's deaf, because they don't hear the sounds right and whatever the reasons are. But you don't have that. You don't have that different speech that someone who is deaf, you would traditionally hear the muted language, I guess is really the best way, or stunted language that we would normally expect. Why is that different for you? What did you do differently? What were you able to do to keep your speech relatively clear?
Well, one thing I can attribute that to is that I was born with natural healthy hearing.
Okay.
My deafness didn't occur until age 3.
Right.
So I had 3 years of being able to hear the world and hear my own voice and understand how to speak. Now, by age 3, we're not really speaking much anyway.
Right.
But that was right around the time when I needed hearing aids by age 4, and I needed speech therapists by age 5, and I had some great ones. So I could really attribute my ability to communicate with speech to the really good speech therapists I had.
Gotcha.
In the 1970s. I'm sure speech therapists today have a lot more resources available to them that they can tap into to hone their craft and be better at what they do. But man, I had some great ones. So I thank them. And You know,
Right
I'm
on.
glad that I have it. I made the decision to not learn how to use American Sign Language, and I made the decision to try to just sort of brave the storm
Okay.
and see how far along I can get without really needing that.
Right.
I have lip reading, thankfully.
Right.
And I have also an above average empathy.
Okay.
So I can almost communicate with people silently just by picking up on people's energies.
Sure.
You know, are they in the mood to see me right now? Are they busy right now? Are they distracted right now? Are they angry or upset? Or are they sad? Or are they maybe afraid of something right now? I can pick up on all these things because when hearing goes away, all of the other senses go.
Right.
And that includes touch.
Right.
Not just my hands and fingers, but my entire body.
Right.
And when I perform music, I prefer to perform acoustically without being plugged in.
Right.
I do go electric a lot of the times, but when I'm performing acoustically and the instrument is making its vibrations, as I play it, it speaks to me in ways that I can't really explain. It speaks to me in vibrations and frequencies. It's a fascinating reality. My relationship with reality is quite different, I would imagine. Most people don't have I was about to say challenges, but I'll say gifts.
That's what I was thinking, because it is a gift. It is a technique. It is all those positive things to where since the age of 3, you've had to create what is normal for you. And what you've done through the touching and the vibration, all that, that's your form of communication, not only for you internally, but like you said, for you to be able to communicate outside. And I think they are gifts. It's all like you need to be studied in a way for people to understand how well you've applied all your gifts successfully. I think that's important. I want to can we bring up another slide of an upcoming show that we have here for Mr. Timothy? You've got one coming up. What day is that? I'm looking at March 3rd. That was today. We've already determined that is canceled, John. Thank you.
How about that one?
That one, April.
This
April
one's
4th.
coming up. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's talk about that one. You're at Bex Nichols Fine Art Gallery, East Charleston. Is that, are you, let's see, that's just your music? It's nobody's birthday or anything?
Nope, just my music.
You just, no, how long are you playing there that night?
That night,
It looks like an hour, 5:30 to 6:30?
yes, we're going to aim for 5:30 to 6:30.
Okay.
I'll probably start a little earlier just to, have a bit of fun with everyone.
Okay.
But by the time 6:30 rolls around, we'll be finished. It's inside the Arts Factory, which is a wonderful building and nice complex in the Arts District. I'm new to it. I'm still new in town, kind of. And I absolutely love that place. And it's become one of my top 4 places to play here in town.
Okay, let's go to the next one. So I want to make sure we cover everything. Speaking of Ace,
There's Ace.
April 27th, Voodoo Brewing Company on South Commerce Street, 7 to 9 p.m. Special live performance in honor of Ace for his 73rd birthday. Holy shnikes. 73 years old. Ace Frehley, my God. Do you know Fractured Mirror? Can you play a little Fractured Mirror in there? Do you know that well enough to? I thought I'd ask.
I wish I could.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to make sure I know for next time.
Okay, fair enough.
I owe Aaron.
Oh.
Don't let me forget, John.
So-
You'll have to be there on the 27th to hear it, Aaron.
Where am I the 20th? Oh, I might be in town for that.
Well,
All
April
right.
27th, that's going to be at the Voodoo Brewing Company, which is a great, great place. In fact, that's also one of my top 4 places to play right now.
Yeah.
Voodoo Brewing Company.
Now, it says all ages, but it is a restaurant that has alcohol. So there is no age limit because normally, look, you're not going to bring a 2-year-old.
It's
at least
a restaurant.
No, I know that. I know that. But there are some areas like in Applebee's, if you're underage, you can't sit at the bar, even if you're just going to eat. You can't even sit in any of the booths around the bar area.
Right.
So that's what I was just curious about. But there's no cover. That's the best part. You can go in and enjoy the evening
So you
and
don't have to wear a
Yeah,
hat.
just come on out.
no clothes at all.
Doesn't matter how young or old you are. Come on out and help us celebrate Ace's 73rd. Ace made it to 73.
God bless them. The performers at those days. Woo!
I didn't think Ace would make it to 40.
I just.
Remember how bad Ace was? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
All right, let's go to the next one. I think we got one more. What is this one? This is in May 4th.
Hey, that's May 4th. We're going to celebrate Willie Nelson's birthday.
That's my wife's birthday. Did you make these or did somebody make these for you?
I don't create these, actually. I have a very good team of graphic designer folks. I have no graphic design talent whatsoever. I tell them more or less what I kind of would like it to be like, and they make it.
When you sent this to me,
Yeah.
okay, and please take this from where it comes from. I had trouble reading this because of the font.
we had a little bit of fun with this font. It's one of those things where you got to look at it a couple of times.
Couple of times. I needed my binoculars. I'm just kidding.
Well,
but that's just my eye. That's I had
shouldn't talk
trouble
because
reading.
my eyesight is incredible, so I shouldn't even complain. But this is Willie Nelson's 91st birthday. 91? Willie is going to be 91.
How did he make it?
He's another one who I can't believe made it this far. But God bless him.
John just showed me how behind the camera.
What's the secret, John?
In the 1960s, do you know what the most commonly used word in the English language was?
I wasn't alive in the 60s, so you're going to have to educate me, my friend.
Did you go to history classes in school or something?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I would cut out
the
sometimes.
The most commonly used word in the English language in the 60s and even the early 70s was ear. Ear.
Here. Here.
I don't know why.
If that was Willie's secret, then that's great.
I was going to say.
It works for me.
That's right. Oh, my God. All right. So that's coming up May 4th. Do we have another one? I don't remember. That was the last one. That was it. All right. But I think on here.
I got.
Let's see.
Wait a minute. I do have one, but it doesn't have a date on it.
All right. What you got? Oh, yeah. That one.
Oh.
That is to be determined in December, right?
I see the Lizard King.
That's right. That's the Doors there. 2 full sets of Doors music to celebrate the birthday of John Densmore in December. Venue to be determined. And it's funny because I'm glad that one's up there, John. So leave that up there for a moment because that's a good segue into a piece of information. You're planning on wanting to do a Dean Martin birthday celebration in June. Yeah. Joe Strummer birthday in August and John Lennon in October. Now, what do those 4 shows have in common with this one? We need a venue.
Aaron's right. I put the word out to a few friends who might know places that would want to host birthday celebrations for these rock icons. Mm-hmm. And so if you're out there listening and watching Aaron's Hour right now and you
better
happen to know someone, let us know.
All right. So yeah, absolutely. So, how can they reach you if they do find, what's the best way to contact you?
Well, the best way to reach me these days is either by email or by Facebook. I have a Facebook page that I've been using as a website for Ukulele Hero. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how useful that social media platform has been, specifically that. And I don't want to do Instagram or X or any of the other stuff, but just Facebook alone has been such a useful tool. So if you find me on Facebook, just do a search for my name, Timothy Connolly, and you'll see my profile come right up. 2 N's, 2 L's, and 2 O's. And you'll
separated though. The N's and L's are together. The O's are separated.
And the O's are separated by the N's.
N's. That's right. There you go. It's an N's. It's an O sandwich. All right. So I like this one. So I'm going to ask you to play this a little bit. Your favorite song to strum on there is a great song by the classic group, the Beach Boys.
Oh God, yes,
Surf's
it is.
Up.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Can we have a little Surf's Up?
That is absolutely my favorite.
Well, let's do it. Let's hit it. I want to hear some Surf's Up.
Okay. It's a rather long song. How
much?
Well,
just
like?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay.
We'll
you'll cut me off when it's time to leave? Okay.
I may just have you play into a break so you'll know when.
I'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
And we'll go however it goes.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. And away we go. This is from 1966.
Just showed up.
I think John remembers when this was around.
I worked backstage on one of the Beach Boy concerts at the Hollywood Bowl.
Wow.
Nice.
I was 2.
That was fucking cool. It wasn't nice. It was fucking cool.
Damn.
When that came out, I was 2. I just thought I'd share that. So
anyway, was just a young little whippersnapper back then.
God only knows.
Play away, my man.
Play away.
Okay, so here we go.
as Timothy continues to strum on surf. You can keep going. Beach Boys surfing up. We're going to get ready to take our final break. When we come back, we'll have only a few minutes left to wrap up the show. Don't go anywhere. Timothy and I will be right back.
Hi, I'm John P.G. Stiles. Some people call me JPEG. You can probably guess why. I'm the founder and partner at WWDBTV. Does your business need a commercial, or do you already have one and you just want to get the message out there? Do you need a sizzle reel? Do you need an audition tape for a part that you're up for? Or have you ever thought about hosting your own show? Well, this is the place, WWDBTV.
Good. The homeless guy made his appearance on air this week. I love the homeless guy. All right. We only have about. There you go. Yes, I was just telling Timothy who did that with you.
Yeah.
All right. We only have about 5 or 6 minutes left there. It's crazy how fast an hour goes. It really is. So I'm going to take the opportunity, though, to throw a few more of my bizarre questions out.
Oh, God.
Hey,
Ask
I can
me
give
anything.
bad dad jokes if you want, John.
Ask
All
me
right.
anything.
Favorite movie of all time?
The Shining.
Ooh, yeah, that one ready. Favorite actor of all time?
Robert De Niro.
Favorite actress?
Oh, Jessica Lange.
Oh, Jessica Lange. Haven't heard that name in forever. That's a good one. Your all-time bucket list vehicle to own, if you don't already have it, what would that be?
1979 Buick Regal.
My grandparents lived in Buick Regals.
My favorite thing about that car was the power steering. Oh,
That's right.
man.
That was always
That
the
was
finger,
the
right?
stuff right there.
You know, other cars have power steering too.
Well, now they do. Once I got rid of the horses, it made it a lot easier. Okay. So, geez. Favorite meal, top to bottom, starting with appetizer through dessert. What would it be?
How many courses?
Well, it's your
And
meal.
if you want.
It's your meal.
It's my meal?
It's your meal.
Okay.
But I only have 6 minutes left. So
Appetizer. Caesar salad.
okay.
Entree. Penne pasta with marinara sauce and shrimp and hot sauce. I think they call that shrimp fra diavolo.
Yes.
And for dessert, hot apple pie with a scoop of vanilla ice cream.
Classic.
Yeah,
Adult beverage or anything with that? Special drink to have with dinner?
I wish. I'm not allowed to drink fluids during meals.
I had gastric sleeve surgery and I can't do that either. Is that why you can't?
Oh, I can't do that. It's not
Because-
not surgery related.
Oh, mine is.
It's just what I've learned
Okay,
from
gotcha.
exploring ancient healing pathways and what
Gotcha.
have you.
They tell us not to do it because it dilutes the stomach of all the good nutrition stuff. Because you mentioned to me what you weighed in the past. If we had met 7 years ago, I was 354 pounds. But I had medical conditions and I had to lose weight fast. And so I did the gastric sleeve surgery.
Wow.
And they tell us 30 minutes before you have to stop drinking, 30 minutes after you can start, but no drinking through the meal. That's why when you said that, I'm like, ooh, that sounds familiar. So that's why I was just curious.
It's not something that's really taught in schools.
No.
And it really should be.
No.
Because when you're chewing food, your mouth is creating enzymes
right.
that
break it down.
that break down food. And
Right.
when you swallow your food, you don't need fluids to wash food down. You just need to chew it enough.
Right. 30 chews, I think, is a magic number, isn't it?
40.
Okay. See, I was shortchanged
No,
back
no,
in the day.
no,
No.
30 is a good start.
Yeah,
And you
absolutely.
have to start with counting your chews. And it's not easy at first. And again, this is not something people teach you in schools.
Right.
But it's important to learn. And for all of you out there watching Aaron's Hour, chew your food.
That's right. Chew.
Chew.
Become a train. Right, John? Your favorite vacation spot that you've gone to. What was your favorite? Your favorite vacation ever?
Oh boy. Montego Bay, Jamaica,
Okay.
and Ocho Rios, Jamaica. It's a tie. It's a toss-up.
That's okay. We can do that. I'll allow that.
Come back to Jamaica, John.
You want to buy some smoke?
Here.
Why does everything come back to smoking with you? I wonder why. Bucket list vacation spot that you'd like to go to that you haven't been
Aaron Phillips's backyard barbecue party.
Just wait.
I've been waiting my whole life for that.
Could be coming soon to a theater near you. Anyway.
Okay.
No, seriously. Any bucket list? that you'd
Seriously,
like to
any
do?
place I would love to go to? Oh, wow. I'm going to say Tokyo.
my daughter, who was a sound designer for Broadway, she did Rent, and they went worldwide, and she loved Japan. Spent 1 month in China, hated it. Spent 2 months in Japan, loved it.
I bet I would love it too.
Yeah.
What a fascinating culture.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
From top to bottom.
A couple more questions, then we're actually
crowded right now, but
yeah. Well, so's Manhattan, but that doesn't stop people.
yeah, no shit.
All right,
Stops me.
it's true too. All right, favorite superhero, and I can give you a hint here: Superman or Batman.
Are those my only two choices?
Only two choices.
Oh, those are my only two choices.
Oh, do you have another superhero though? That is, if you don't like those two guys, tell Matt it's okay to come in.
My all-time favorite is, and
Who?
please don't hate me for saying this.
I won't. I promise.
I know you're a DC Comics guy.
Well, I'm a Batman guy.
I know you're a Batman guy.
Okay.
My favorite superhero is nothing like Batman.
Okay.
He is the Silver Surfer. The
Wow.
coolest, absolute coolest comic book character ever, as far as I'm concerned.
Who
Absolutely.
played Silver Surfer in the movie Fantastic Four?
Bill Murray.
No.
Who?
Doug Jones.
Really?
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
Wasn't he a quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Nope.
That was a different Doug. Anyway, all right.
He also played the monster on Pan's Labyrinth.
Did you have to do that to describe him? Who you
I
were
know what
talking
you
about?
mean.
Yeah.
There's a character in that who
Yeah.
has his eyes in his hands and
Yeah.
goes like that. Yeah.
All right, two final questions for you.
Shoot.
Number one, if there were a movie made about your life, who would you like to see stars you in that movie?
John Stiles.
Boy,
And you better make it fast.
Get on the horn right now with an agent.
he's brown nosing you for something, John.
I know. Legion M. Let's call him Legion
Yeah,
M.
he's a good dude.
Well, you don't know him as well as I do. Books can be covers can be very deceiving. No, seriously. But if a movie were made about you, who would you like to see play you?
Bill Murray.
No, I guess I would have to say Vince Vaughn, only because Vince can use a little bit more work, and I kind of resemble him. So there you go, Vince.
Okay.
If you're out there watching the show today,
Oh my gosh.
let
Give
me
him a
know what
call.
you're up
Make a
to.
movie.
Yeah,
That's
give me a
right.
call. Let's make a movie.
Last question, somewhat serious. That's really the only serious question I ask in all of this. When the day comes, and it'll be for a long time, that you are standing at the pearly gates and the maitre d' is there to greet you, before they let you in, what is it you want to hear the maitre d' say to you on your way in?
John Lennon's been waiting to meet you.
There you go.
Oh.
Love it, John. That's a good
Brilliant.
one. That is a good one. I love that. There you go. You're off the spotlight for those questions. All right, we're actually out of time. Check out Timothy Conley on Facebook, CONNOLLY, or just message me on Facebook or through my website,
The chief said so.
AaronSauer.Vegas. I'll be more than happy to get you in touch. By the way, visit my website, my great sponsors there. Plus, I have an affiliate tab. If you need anything through Amazon, go through the link on my website, then do your shopping. If you're a sports fan, go to Fanatics. If you're a wrestling fan, we have a WWE shop code on there as well. Go through my website. I have swag up there, shirts, hats. Might even find something from the Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Studios on there as well. So with that, Timothy, thank you for coming on, my friend. It's a pleasure.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
coming out. As always, I don't know what I'm doing next week because I'll be away for a couple of days and I'll figure it out probably 30 minutes before I go on the air. With that, have a great week, everybody. Be happy, be safe, and don't get fooled on anything. Monday is April Fool's. Be kind to everybody. Why?
Play us out.
Yeah, play us out. Play a little something. Be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have.